welcome back to the Auckland Park side of things. What an interesting discussion Peter Ndoro is having in Sandton. Just monitoring the wires and taking a look at Twitter. Some of the key issues that are coming to the fore, some of the topical discussions there. The hashtag Buy Rural is something that people are mentioning as well in an effort to make sure that rural areas are also included in development. And when it comes to infrastructure, that rail network from Cape to Cairo is something else that is, shall I say, trending, at least when it comes to my circles. But something that stood out for me, Peter, and I think I've tweeted about it as my quote of the day, is something one of your guests said a little bit earlier. Quote, "What you do for me without me is against me." And I think it is quite evident in the fact that sometimes development and empowerment can lead to dependency. But real empowerment and real development makes sure that individuals or countries or people who are being invested in are able to stand on their own. So that's what stood out for me. Peter, I'll hand it over to you to wrap up from Auckland Park. It's goodbye. God bless. Let's do it all over again tomorrow morning. Otherwise, it's back to you, Peter.
Ayanda, thank you very much indeed, and welcome back to Sandton. We're starting to sort of close up our conversation. We still have a few contributions from the floor. I'm going to start with Dr. Ben Gubane, who's the acting chairperson of Eskom.
I'm very much impressed with the ground covered by our discussants. However, the issue of local savings, mobilizing local savings at family level, is a key one if we are going to get effective economic development at the local level. I was wondering why we do not have a SALGA bond, for instance, where local government, through SALGA, creates its own funding resources. Thank you.
Okay. Councillor Manyoni.
Yes, we also have been contemplating this matter. Actually, I have assigned the CEO to put up a team to look into best practices on how we can handle this matter in terms of also utilizing your councillor pension fund. And this evening I will also be talking to PIC in this regard to see how basically we can utilize the resources that we have for development at a local government level.
Okay, I'm going to rush our questions and answers so we can get as many as we can. Mpoli Taz on table number 3, if you could be quick with your question.
Thank you for the opportunity.
It's okay.
Just talk, yeah.
I just want to build on the earlier comment about building self-confidence and self-sustenance amongst Africans, let alone youth. And I'm just curious to know, is there a current program perhaps that encourages youth exchange amongst the cities? The reason why I'm asking, the essence of us being able to build on the strength of the elephant depends on how we see examples of the strength of the elephant in other places. I've had the benefit of seeing that when I was studying in Lesotho, taught by all nationalities, at least from the continent. Simple as they were, intellectually, they were very strong.
Okay.
It encouraged that. So exposure builds the self, and I just want to know if there is.
Quick comment, youth exchanges. Are we doing enough? We should do more.
Great idea. It is happening very regularly between two cities, small cities. The city of Victoria in Seychelles and the city of Port Louis in Mauritius. Good example. So the mayors are challenged to doing this in a larger scale. Remember, between Germany and France, the European Union started with the exchange of youth between two cities in Germany and France. Wow. And this built the whole confidence that we can overcome conflict among our countries. Youth are of essence, and youth exchange is the building block for building this continent.
Unfortunately, as always, we always run out of time with these kinds of discussions, particularly because they affect so many people. But AfriCities 2015 is in 73 days' time. Make sure you engage somehow in some way in this. Inform yourself about Agenda 2063, and let's move away from this dependency and entitlement and start to take responsibility. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Jean-Pierre-Elong Mbassi, Councillor Parks Tau and Councillor Thabo. Thank you very much for being great guests and sharing your thoughts with us and leading us in the right direction. For our audience here and you at home, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week at the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.